Hey, Lon, if that's how you say your name. Glad you like the videos, and thanks for tuning in. Let me know if you have any questions. I'm just working on some stuff, but hope you're having a good night. Hey, Sid, thanks for the positive feedback. I appreciate that. Just wondering your opinion on Big Four rescind internship. Not sure exactly what you mean. Do you mean that your internship got rescinded? Or what exactly do you mean by that? No, like I have one, but I haven't really heard anything after I signed the offer. I'm worried it's going to get rescinded. When is the internship for? Is it starting like in the winter? Is it starting in the summer? I mean, if you're worried, I would just reach out to your recruiter at the firm and just be like, hey, just checking in. Want to make sure everything's good. Like, just, I don't know. I would just check in, see if, be like, is there anything I should be doing in the meantime to prepare? So, yeah, it's not till next summer. I mean, if they have you signed the offer? I mean, I guess they always could rescind it, but at this point, there's nothing you can do about that. You know, it's out of your hands. Um, I would just maybe check in with the recruiter. I'm not sure. I feel like I've heard them rescinding or pushing back like starting offers. I'm not sure if I've ever heard of them like rescinding internships. But you're right, it is like uncertain time, so who really knows? Um, but yeah, I mean, it's out of your hands at this point. There's nothing much. Should I apply for other summer? Yeah, you might as well apply for other summer internships. There's no harm in that. And if you do end up getting one, you could, I don't know how ethical it is to like sign both and just see what happens, but like, I don't know. I guess that's an issue you can deal with if you do get another offer. Or if you do end up getting another offer, you could reach out to the original and be like, hey, just want to be sure, like, is this actually going through? Like, I just want to make sure I have my bases covered, which I think they should totally understand, you know? Lon, you're doing TCP then reg. Okay. Doing a lot more MCQs instead of videos and textbooks. Yeah, I would definitely say do the videos and textbooks. You know, the first time around when you're learning the content, it's really important. But in terms of like study material, yeah, MCQs are the way to go. Like I wouldn't rewatch videos or reread the textbook. If you've already been through it one time and you kind of understand it, I would just try to pound the multiple choice and like, yeah, I would only rewatch the videos and reread the textbook if you really like didn't understand something the first time around. So I think you're doing a good job with that strategy. And yeah, keep up the good work. Congrats on studying. It's definitely tough to study for these exams. So good for you. Keep up the hard work and it'll pay off. You know, you just got to stay consistent. All right, guys, I'm actually going to head out in a second. This was a pretty short study session just because I actually forgot to turn on the live stream first. So that's my fault, but I'll do another one soon. But I'll be in here for another minute or two. If anyone has any questions, just drop them in the chat. But if not, thanks for joining. And yeah, appreciate it. I'll definitely do another one of these before too long. That's a bit longer. What's up, Jody? What Becker package did I use? It's a good question. Let me see. I'll look up Becker's options right now. Can't remember off the top of my head, but I think it was, all Becker's plans are a little expensive. I'm guessing. So it looks like they have Concierge, Pro Plus, Pro, and then Advantage. Comparing the features. I think I did the Pro. Yeah, looks like it's like $24.69. Pretty sure that's what I did. What books am I using? Hey, Pedro, I assume you mean what did I use to study for the CPA exam? I was just telling Jody, I think I used Becker's Pro plan. And that includes, all of Becker's textbooks. So that's what I was using. And yeah, no problem, Jody. Looks like Becker is anywhere from like 2.4 thousand or 2.5 thousand up to like over $5,000, which is kind of wild. You should be fine with just the $2,500 package, but there's also more affordable options. You don't have to do Becker. Ninja. I'm not sure if you could check out Universal CPA. That's only about $1,000, much more affordable. And then I think Surgeon and UWorld are also, Surgeon's a bit more expensive than Universal, but less expensive than Becker. And then UWorld, I think, is like pretty comparable to Becker in terms of price. So Jody, it looks like Becker, if you go with the Pro plan, it says best in class printed textbooks, which is a $500 value apparently. And it looks like that's included in the Pro plan. And so, yeah, when I did it, I actually might have it right here. I have like Becker physical textbooks that they gave me, which I found super helpful. Joe Biss is a CPA. Joe Biden is a CPA? My first reaction is I do not believe that, but I will fact check you. And if you're right, I'm very impressed. No, Joe Biden is not a CPA. He is a lawyer who earned his law degree from Syracuse. So, not sure where you got that one, but doesn't look like he is. I don't know too many famous CPAs. I don't know if it's true, but do you guys know who John Summit is? The DJ? I think he used to be a CPA. He used to like work at EY or something. So I was called CPA Summit. Yeah, John Summit is a successful DJ who previously worked as a CPA before quitting his accounting career to pursue music full time. Interesting. That could be you someday, Pedro. Annie, do I think that passing the CPA exam is worth it? Test the CFO as a CPA. Oh, good to know. Thank you. Yeah, actually, a lot of very high up people in business are CPAs. And this kind of goes into your question, Annie. I think a lot of people feel like the CPA is not worth it because they look at the next 1 to 3 years of their career and they're like, it really doesn't make a difference. Like the CPA is not worth it. It's so much work and nothing even happens. And nothing really happens in the first, 1 to 5 years after you get it, to be honest. But it's later in your career where you still really see the benefit of it because, like Lon just said, the test of CFO is a CPA. So many CFOs or VPs of finance or CEOs are CPAs. And that's really where you see the benefit is later in your career when you move up into those like management level positions. Because when you're an associate or senior associate at a firm, it might not be that big a deal. But when you get more experience in your career and you're going up for a position against someone who doesn't have their CPA, you're going to be far more likely to get that position because of your CPA license. Like it just sets you apart. And think about it on the reverse side. If you don't have it and you're trying to go for these, controller positions, or if you ever wanted to be like a CFO or anything like that, you're not going to be chosen over the CPAs, if you don't have your license, at least in general. So I think that's where like the main benefit of having your CPA comes in. It's like 10 years down the line, not, the next 2 to 3 years, which is, I think a lot of people don't really see the benefit of it because they don't look long-term like that. Do I think TCP before reg is possible? Honestly, I don't know a ton about that because TCP wasn't a thing when I took it. It was reg back then, but I can't give you, unfortunately, I can't give you like a super informed opinion on that. I would assume that you should be able to take any of them at any point without having taken another one before. There might be some benefits. But I also, I honestly don't know. I'm sorry. I can't provide good insight on that, unfortunately. You're doing it in this order because of the testing window for all the disciplines. Yeah, fair enough. I'm not sure though, but I think you should be okay. Like if you just study the material and study what's in your review course, you should be good to pass the exam, or you shouldn't be held back by the fact that you haven't taken reg or anything like that, I would assume. What techniques are you using to study? I use, do you mean techniques like what I actually do? Well, in terms of how I actually study for the CPA exam, I watch all the lectures, take notes, move on to multiple choice, take notes while I do that, and then maybe do the simulations. More often, I would just skip them and move to the next section. And that's kind of how I'd progress through the content. But other like actual study techniques, do elaboration. That's one that people don't really do at all. And all elaboration is just taking key concepts and explaining them in your own words. So you might have like earnings per share and you just get a pen and paper and just start writing it down, what it means to you, just kind of like brain dump on the topic and show what you understand, because it's one thing being able to regurgitate the dictionary definition or being able to answer an MCQ about it. But if you can like explain it in your own words with no prompting or anything like that, not looking at notes, that's when you really know that you understand a topic. So I think elaboration is great for showing your weak areas and also, helping you get comfortable with the material and, spend time studying it and learning it. Because once you write it out, it's really, I don't know the science behind it, but like sticks in your brain pretty well if you're writing something out like that. I also didn't do a ton of simulations. It's good to do just a couple of them just to get a feel for them, but the real ones are usually different and longer. Yeah, I would say definitely do them, get comfortable with them. But for me personally, I hated simulations. Like it kind of just like killed my vibe. It killed my momentum. Like I just hated doing simulations. So that's why I would skip them a lot. And I don't think they're necessarily the most efficient for learning the material. I think MCQs are really good because you can go through so many and yeah, just see so much of the material. Whereas a simulation, you can end up spending 15 minutes on just one of them. And it's good to do them just so you get practice, but I would definitely put more emphasis on doing MCQs. Oh man. Okay. I'm super tired for some reason. I'm gonna call it, but again, I want to start going live more often, so I'll try to post updates of when I'm going live. So hopefully you guys can join and ask me questions, or we can just lock in and study together. But regardless, thanks for joining, guys. And yeah, I'll see you next time. But sorry, Pedro had one more question. What courses, undergraduate or graduate, help you? I don't really know. I mean, the audit class I took in undergrad definitely helped me just because it prepared me for being an auditor. I didn't take any graduate school. Inferno says, nah, don't do TCP before reg. Would be a great idea. It's complex. So Inferno, are you saying not to do TCP before reg? It would be too confusing. Yeah, not to do it. Interesting. But Lon, you're currently studying for, not Lon, I'm not sure if you're still in here, but you're currently studying for TCP. Do you feel like it's been an issue for you so far? Thanks for the feedback, Inferno, because yeah, we were both wondering about that. Okay, good to know. So you do kind of have to look up some reg concepts. Interesting. Okay, Lon, well, if you're still in the chat, just be aware of that. Inferno, thanks for sharing. But yeah, I'm so dead right now. I gotta call it for the night. But thanks everyone for joining, and yeah, I will do this again soon. So see you guys.